Hi, this is Debbie from Simply Special Crafts. Today we're going to talk about the Hunkydory Frosted Florals, and this is the Frosted Blooms set. Let's take a look. This is the Frosted Blooms set from Frosted Florals by Hunkydory, and this one's really pretty. It's got some very unusual flowers in it, but it makes up really nicely. I want to draw your attention to something down here. Maybe we can zoom in on that. I made my card a little bit differently, but as I was preparing to do this video, I was noticing their card sample here, and I really liked it. If you'll notice, they actually separated the frame in two pieces, and they turned the frame 90 degrees and then put that on a gatefold card. And I just think that's really an attractive treatment. So something to think of just in terms of another card sample. The card sample on the package of this one's really pretty, so take a look at that. Okay, here's a pretty die-cut topper sheet. As we've just said, this is die-cut here, so you have two separate pieces to this flower in this frame. You have "With love, for you, best wishes." We have a nice border strip here. And then we have two very generous sized toppers, one thinking of you and another floral topper. They're all die cut. They all have that pretty encapsulated glitter. Here's the glittered sheet that goes with this set. Look at that pretty flower in the corner, and then these beautiful encapsulated glitter borders. You can do lots of things with those. And here's two separate corner treatments on this card that could be used separately, as well as this nice printed background. I'm just going to take a look at this one for a second because there's a lot going on in this card, but I really like it. I used a 7x7 card for my background. I cut a piece of that nice cardstock border, and I used the corner and then 7 inches of that. I used that square, lacy square from Hot Off the Press as my background, and I put that down first. Then I turned my topper at a 90-degree angle to that and laid it on top, and I love the way that looks together. I used my little vines, and I don't know how well they're picking up on the screen here because they're kind of subdued, but I used ivory against this ivory and blue card, and it's very pretty the way they came through. And I cut quite a few vines for this one because it kind of helped fill the void, fill the space around the topper. I cut 3 little butterflies and used some rhinestones on their bodies. I added some pearls and rhinestones around on the topper sheet. On the frame piece. I tied a foofy bow and I put a birthday greetings topper there. Then I put that border piece along the edge to give it kind of an uneven edge, and I really like the way that turned out, where it's not just a squared off edge here. All in all, I think this card just turned out beautifully, but there's a lot going on with this one, but it was really fun to make. Next, here's my version of the gatefold card. You'll see I did not turn my topper on a 90-degree angle, but that was pretty also. I also think this is pretty, where it's just framed up and used on the gatefold card. This is a 6x6 gatefold, and I put my outside frame on both pieces. I put my inside image just on the left-hand side, where you usually would attach your images for a gatefold card. I put a double piece of foam tape behind my bow, so I would have something to build from. I used a couple of my stick pins, just made on jewelry pins, and then I stick them in, put a little glue on the end and stick them into my foam tape. By putting the "With love" down here in the corner, I'm able to bury the ends of my stick pins and leave my stick pins a little longer, which makes them more secure. And then on the right-hand side, you know me, I like to kind of hide things on my gatefold cards, so I used my second piece of border that shows from the front, and under here I put For You, just because I thought that was pretty and a nice little surprise when you open it up. But I think that's very pretty. Okay, our next one. This one comes from the corner of the encapsulated glitter background sheet. Here's the corner, and that's what I took. It's on a 5x5 card. I mounted that on 5x5 blank card. I put some foam tape behind Best Wishes. I tied a foofy bow, and I put my stick pins with some glue. I stuck those into the foam, and you can see they stick out just a little bit here, but that doesn't bother me. And then I stuck a couple of vines coming up, and once again these vines are from my Tattered Lace mystery die collection. Any pretty little vine would have the same effect. I think most of us have those in our die collections, so that turned out, I think, very pretty. And last, this is the last of my smaller toppers, and I just wanted to make something little and use up the rest of that encapsulated border pieces, just because I thought they were pretty. It doesn't show much on the outside, but I have a really nice piece hiding on the inside, and I put With Love right down the border, and I thought that was pretty. My little With Love and my heart came from my mystery die set. A little bow, a little butterfly, all on a 4x4 gatefold card. I think that's very, very pretty. Thinking of you, with love. So this has been the Frosted Blooms set from Frosted Florals, Hunkydory line. This is Debbie from Simply Special Crafts, and we'll see you next time.